today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things set.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. They run the option on 2nd down. That's out to the left, flat and complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of a yard. And the Texans first down.
Here's McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle. But then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to sit.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And that might be Titan football. It is.
Christian McCaffrey on the carry.
Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be complete to Breida. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 24 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Breida. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, Texans.
This is McCaffrey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Larson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
A gain of 22.
A good pickup there at 22. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
At their own 27-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports.
10, Titans 3.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He was brought down by...
Give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the
2nd and 9 now.
7-yard line.
And off the deflection, it's caught. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it pays to be lucky rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Houston set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care.
And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Third down and 8 yards.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11th.
Receiver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Butker's kick here is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16 to 10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Christian McCaffrey.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Texans.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he's going to go down again.
The quarterback sack.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taking it around the 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it is the Jets who have the lead late in the second quarter. Teddy Bridgewater with a touchdown pass. From there, we're off to check out another game. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Tyreek Hill, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And that one, all tied. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
O'Donnell set
the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. I don't think you got it, sir.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Normally, you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Touchdown, Titans. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Titan football. Captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
That's another.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he'll give it here to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete
To Matt Breida.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job.
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Now left side on the swing pass. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 22 yards.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Texans 10.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Larson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 41-yard line.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30.
On the play.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back to throw now on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Tonyan, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Titans on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Texans.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
First and goal.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brought down just shy of the goal line.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Larson. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The 26 big yards on that. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
But Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit, they were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Tennessee, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for the